Okay, I don't see anybody saying anything. We might as well go. Hold on, I gotta take off some pieces to make sure we can only get into them once. There we go. Looks like they patched the issue with resistances. Can you hear me? Or can you not hear me? I'm gonna ask in the group chat. Not too many people planning on doing M1s this morning, or what? We do have a tank, so that should speed things up. No, Mike, you don't do Discord. I'm not on Discord. What? So I'm assuming that person can't hear me, so there's no point in doing voice chat. I don't do Discord. What's that supposed to fucking mean? Let's see, what are you on? You're on a PC. I'm on a console and I managed to do Discord. Integrated and all. I swear everything seems easier on fucking PlayStation than it did on Xbox. Well, what are we waiting for? Random mutation, mutated expedition. Did somebody decline? I only clicked already once. Well, this is taking longer than I expected. I say that, but it's only been 2 minutes. Let's see. Let's do a little recruiting while we at it. Info or DME. Hmm. 5 minutes already. Well, might as well go out and gather some stuff. Oh, somebody is DMing me. Discord. Are you asking me to go on Discord? Six minutes. website. Do you not get bananas from these? You do, okay. Those things are like 3 gold apiece. Streaming. There you go. Are those nodes? Yes, they are. So I'm queued for random mutations, but it's taking forever. It's a little too early. You know what, if I can get a bunch of bananas, that'll be bonus. That's what, 350 a piece? I'm mostly just looking for gathering nodes though. There you go. I would go to the PvP area, but I don't think I can since I'm queuing for a mutation. Oh, there you go. Three out of 5. Come on. Oh my god, why do people queue when they don't want to fucking do this? There you go. Good morning, everybody. What is this? This is Angry Earth. I'll put that on just to make it that much easier on everybody. All right. Damn it. I fell down. Let's see. There's no easy for me. I can go this way. I know, I fell down. Okay, this is gonna take forever by myself here. Nobody's gonna fucking heal me? Wow, that's crazy. This is fucking horrible. The tree's half dead already. What the fuck is everybody doing? Somebody triggered the nest. I'm just gonna turn my in-game off. Of course we're gonna skip the side boss. Why would you need the fucking drops? Jesus Christ. Man, these people suck. They're just overpowering everything, but they suck as players. These idiots will just... Oh, whatever. I don't have fucking patience for this. This guy's fucking an idiot. Oh my god. I really don't like it when people get stupid like this. Like, I get it. You have great gear, and you're probably not gonna die too easily. That doesn't mean you can just fucking be a dumbass all the time. It's almost over though. I suppose. What are we waiting for? Oh my god, what am I fucking dying from? Oh, that's embarrassing. I don't like this. There's more and since like the last update, I stand. There's like no AoE on the ground that I can see. Nothing's happening, yet I'm losing health rapidly. That's not why I died, but that happened earlier when I was standing like right there to the right, fighting the boss, and I just started losing health rapidly. And there's like nothing, no indicators on the ground. And it only happens in this dungeon and on that fight. Unless I'm missing something, and I'm sure I am. What? I had an error pop up. Looks like I'm still streaming, I think. Okay, this dude I think is offline. What's next? Alchemy. Oh, alchemy sign. That's cool. What am I at? 18k. 19. 21 or 2? 23. Alright. You know what? That's enough money to upgrade the house. Or should I upgrade? No, that doesn't make any fucking sense. I should upgrade the trophy first. No, this is going away. There we go. 690. 699. Great word. Minus 3% damage while under effects of grit. I saw a couple pieces like that. Why would anybody keep that? No idea. Okay. %25 tariff. Another random M1 if anyone interested in joining. And my chat doesn't work. Son of a bitch. It usually works when I access it to it this way. It doesn't now. Let's see. Let's load couple UIs, and that usually makes a difference. Do I have to relog? Fuck, come on. No, let's keep the keyboard here. I hooked up a USB keyboard to my PlayStation to make it easier to type all the recording blurbs and talk to people. But yesterday was a late night. We almost hit 100 people in a guild, so I had to clear out some inactive accounts. But it's a process now because it's like I have to have the PlayStation on and the work laptop. Then I log on to Discord. I look at the character name, check the Discord to make sure they didn't say that they're like going on vacation or something. Then we have a section where I record who I removed. What is that? Friend invites. Boba Life. Isn't that one of our dudes? Chat did not work. Morning. Oh. To queue for random M1 if anyone wants to join in. Thanking. I wonder what is the ultimate or tier 5 lack trophy at now? 45k? And in this case, roller then time sets film already. Oh my god. Norris friend TY. At the moment. No worries, I'll just queue song on. Everybody's busy with stuff. This is whatever. That's perfect. As long as everybody is doing stuff they want to do, that's all that matters. Come on, there must be some mining nodes on this thing here. None? Seems wild. Okay, we have another stamp. Let's see, can we do something with this? Not really. Not yet. Hey man, how's it going? Finally get on here. How are you doing? Trying to finish my daily mutation runs, but man, it's... people are not queuing up. Everybody's busy doing stuff. Everybody's grinding things and gathering and doing things. Oh, I can hear family waking up. So I'm just gathering as I wait for the queue. I think this is going to be most of my weekend. I have all the gems, amulet, everything in line for mutations. So I'm going to try to just... that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to queue up. And gather as I wait in the queue. FE. FIFA? I don't know what that is. But, thank you for dropping by, dude. How is family doing? Everybody good? That pig went right inside of the rock. Wild. Oh, farm sim. Cool, cool, cool. What a fascinating game that is. Like on the surface, it seems like it would be super boring, but man, there's a lot of complexity to everything in there. I don't know what the newest one is like, but seems pretty fun, especially in multiplayer. Oh my god, I'm gonna give this like 10 more minutes. And if it doesn't pop, I'm gonna go and spend some time with the family. Oh shit, that's where the yellow pigment comes from. Those flowers? Hmm. Okay. Good stuff. I still have the right words for this. Oh my goodness. How far did you get? Oh shit, these guys are running pretty fast. Did you do the first boss, or did you guys get to the first boss? Did you finish it? Is that what I'm asking, I guess? I never finished the first boss myself. I mean, a lot of people in our guild did, but I never did that. It's an interesting bunch of fights, you know? Great gear drops. Everyone started leaving. Yeah, makes sense, makes sense. It does happen a lot. It's a big commitment for time, so I don't fault people for doing it. Like when you get in there and you're there for a while and you keep like failing, you know, because it's a process. I don't fault people for doing that for sure. It's frustrating. Too bad they are doing it, but I understand it. Okay, he already grabbed the seed. Put the tree in, or the sapling rather. And now we're gonna be defending, what, 3 waves? Yeah, you have to be prepared for Gargan, for sure. That is not something you can walk into and be successful at. There's some really good guides out there, as far as like the types of damage, types of resistances, you know, types of builds, like, you know, ranged versus melee, DPS for example, and all that stuff. Come on, I keep pressing my freaking thing and locking my target. My stick. I swear, skipping that nest there works 1 out of fucking 50 times. Somebody always doesn't pay attention and gets too close. It's fucking pushing me into the water. God damn it. Shouldn't be a problem. So I'm running 350 con, rest and strength. I did 500 con earlier. That was interesting, but the decrease in my damage was frustrating. I just felt like I'm not, like I was unable to kill anything. I could survive a fucking earthquake, like I had so much fucking health, but although at higher, you know, tiers of content, I would argue that it only matters whether a tank can survive. Doesn't really matter whether how much damage you do. That's not your role. So this guy is Void Dark Plate for a chest, for armor piece artifact. Blood Drinker. And Butcher for the sword. All the artifacts are at 725. So it's not a bad tank. I have 2 Frigid Dawn pieces, or 3, I can't remember. I think only 2 legendary ones. Head and hands. So I'll just craft the remaining 2 from materia. I could use a better shield, I think. Well, there's a named... What is this person wearing? Janetta Garcia. Wow, looks fancy. Yeah, let's do this. Extra boss, extra loot. Janetta has a pretty fancy outfit, holy shit. But you actually like wall shield better? Okay, fair enough. I mean, you know, everybody has preferences. I mean, that's actually might not be a bad recommendation. Like, I do have Frigid Dawn chest piece, and I have the wall. It might be more effective with just a Frigid Dawn chest and wall as a shield. Are game mechanics good? I think this is the best MMO on the market right now. That's why I'm playing it, man. I like it. I mean, it has its issues. It for sure does. Like, after the recent patch, for example, the resistances didn't work correctly. There are issues, but they fixed it within like 72 hours. Or 48 hours even, I guess. Oh, I knew I was gonna fucking fall. Fuck me. I always fall from that same edge. Okay, let me get out of the water. Oh my god, everybody's pulling fucking everything. A bunch of fucking amateurs. Well, I'm gonna look into that shield. I do have it in my stash. Although Dark Void Plate at 725 is pretty nice. Classes? There are no classes in this run. You can wear any type of armor, any class of armor. You can use any weapon. You can do them and you can mix them. It's pretty open. So, like, if you want to play a tank, you have many options as far as how to build it. All the options are open. Which is kind of nice and unusual for a fantasy MMO. So my tank is just like a pretty classic shield and a sword, heavy armor, and backup weapon is a hammer, which allows me to like stagger and do things if I have to. But yeah, as you can see, there's some interesting weapons in this game that you don't see in most games. Like there's a musket for a ranged, there's a blunderbuss, there's stuff like Void Gauntlet. Yeah, Yeah, it's up to you, man, what you want to play. A lot of people play, let's say, life stuff, right, for healing, and then pair that up with something like a Void Gauntlet, which is mostly like debuffs. And that's fairly popular. I made a build before with just 2 gauntlets, like Ice Gauntlet and Void Gauntlet. That was kind of cool. Ice Gauntlet has some nice AoEs and dots. Void Gauntlet has a Void Blade, so you can summon a sword in a way. See, look how much fucking damage I was taking there, and I don't know why. Because there's nothing here in this area. The poison AoEs or something somewhere completely different. It happens only in this fight. Bugs me. Oh shit. Portal skills? I haven't played Arcanist in Elder Scrolls, to be honest. So I'm not sure what that's like. Portal. I'm not sure what that does. If you can tell me what it does, I can tell you if there's something roughly equivalent up here. I would be surprised if there wasn't. I spent many years, well, not many years, in Elder Scrolls Online. But it's a little stale. It's been stale for arguably 4 years now, in my opinion. There's not much you don't have in this game. If anything, there are other games don't have features that are in this game. Well, let's go over some of it's dude, it's fantastic. Let me get out of this bear's fucking way. I'll show you a couple of things to give you a better sort of glimpse of at what we're talking about here. Lord of the yeah, me too, man. I would definitely like to see it. I don't know. That's gonna be like years away, so we'll see. So first of all, this is the map, and guilds control sections of the map, and then you can like upgrade, crafting stations. You collect taxes when people buy and sell stuff in your area, that kind of stuff. Super fucking cool, and that comes with having to like conquer an area. That's a whole process, and then defend it from other guilds trying to conquer your area. So that's pretty cool. Obviously, you have guilds. This is mine. 84 people. We just hit just under 100 last night, and I spent like 3 hours yesterday clearing out inactive accounts. So we're down to 84 people. Yeah. What else? Tons of mounts to choose from. Horses, wolves, lions, bears, turkeys. There are lots of choices for mounts. Now, this is your attribute screen. So it shows you which weapons rely on which stat for their damage and stuff. In a fight, I can teleport in face of boss and tank and go back. to aggro. There are multiple skills in this game that allow you to charge or move your character rapidly. These are all the weapons, so I really like the fact that there's a flail you can play in this game. That's pretty cool. Hatchet, rapier you don't see in almost any game. Spear you see in some. It's very well implemented in this one. Great axe, warhammer, great sword, blunderbuss you don't see in any game. Musket you don't really see anywhere. Bow, sure. Fire staff, life staff, ice gauntlet, void gauntlet is pretty cool. Now you also have a whole slew of crafting, refining, gathering, and what they call casual skills. Void Gauntlet, yeah, it's really interesting. Like you can put down fields that affect mobs within it, which is really good, right? For when you're fighting a boss that's static, stuff like that. There's a whole separate PvP track where you level up on the PvP track and gain rewards as you go through it. Nothing. I don't know if you want to see anything in achievements. Whole bunch of stuff going on there. We already looked at the map. This is quests, this is territory. So as you quest and complete tasks in each territory, you level up your standing in each one. And as you level it up, you choose perks. So you can choose a perk where your faction standing goes up faster, or the upkeep on your house is lower because there's housing in this game, pretty extensive housing system. Conflicts where Syndicate is attacking marauders, trying to take over. Should I get this on Steam or official website? If you're on PC, I don't know. I mean, it's been years since I've been on PC, but it sounds like Steam is the way to go for anything, pretty much. If that's what you use, I would just check the prices. Very often, if you go directly to the company that makes the game and you can purchase it there directly, then often I find that there are bigger discounts. I don't know. I don't have Steam on PlayStation, so I can't really say. Then you have 11 different dungeons. Each one is very different than the other. They did a great job on dungeons specifically. Then mutations, which is harder versions of dungeons, and there are 3 different tiers of difficulty. You have the Gorgon raid, which is the sort of main PvE raid in this game. Trials, which are basically solo dungeons, really, or solo boss fights, I guess. Season trials that rotate with different seasons. What is this? Tempest Fury. Elite trials, that's the hardest trial. I would argue the hardest content in the game is this, fighting the Devourer worm. This is a 20-person raid. I don't know why they call it a trial. And then you have PvP. So you have your regular 3 versus 3 arenas and Outpost Rush, which is mostly what our guild does, because it's 20 versus 20. Dungeon unlock level. You unlock the first dungeon at level 25, and then 5 to 10 levels from there. So 25, 35, 45, 55, 60. Then you unlock a bunch at 60. And then you have 62 and 65. 65 is the level cap. And we're currently in season 7. So you have a season, there's a free track on the top and a paid one on the bottom. The season passes are not terribly expensive. I forgot how much it is, but it's not super expensive at all. And you get a lot of stuff. that's correct. 65 is currently the level cap in this game. And the way you level up the season pass, like we see in anime. I'm not sure what you mean. Marama? What are you guys talking about? um, there are different tasks you do as you play, and you fill up these pages, which level up your season pass. It goes pretty quick, to be honest. There's no reason to like buy levels in it or anything. It's mostly cosmetics, lots of in crafting components, some in-game currency, a fair bit of in-game currency. Um, you know, emotes, dies, boosts, a bit of everything in here. Some really cool artifact weapons. I really like them, to be honest. They're just different. Skins for stuff, matrices, which is weapons give the feel they have weight. I feel like it's really well done. My favorite feel would be like when I first tried the musket. Man, that was kind of cool. Just because the sound it makes, it's just well done, I feel like. Now, keep in mind though, like I enjoy this game tremendously, and I'm sure there are a lot of people out there that do not. So, take what I say with a grain of salt. Yeah, man, I was gonna take a break, but now there's four of you in here. I feel like I should keep going. Ah, what the fuck? Let's go. Mutations. Okay, listen, I'm gonna take off a piece, which will lower my gear score just enough, so I'm only eligible for first mutation, yeah. Okay, now let's go back in, re-equip. So, there's the void plate at 725, butcher, and blood drinker. And then I'm playing around with like damage build that uses featherweight and inferno. Although I'm gonna completely change this. I don't like artifacts whose main stat is switching what your damage is based on. It's like it feels like a fucking waste. Like I understand it gives you more flexibility. Thanks, man. Thanks. Grey Wizard's Hat is going on my healer build. Probably gonna do Flail and Life Staff, although, yeah, I don't know. Let's see, 700, keeping this. And now, 90. Oh, look at that, Keen, Vicious, Frost. Not bad. What I really could use is a really good 700 shield. Since the last time you watched, man, I got 2 major luck trophies, which changed. Good stuff, man. Good to hear. Which changed or improved stuff I'm getting, which is nice. Okay, 2 minutes. Last time we didn't wait that long. Oh, I know where I'm walking into. This is ways to do chest runs and stuff. All those little numbers, 81, 81, that's bleeds. Because of the blood drinker and the butcher and the whole thing, I have a bunch of self heals. So normally, if everything goes right, I don't really require any heals from the healer, not in regular dungeons, not in M1s, and rarely in M2s. So far I'm pretty happy. You know what I'm not happy with? Let's talk about that. I am not sure if Stoneform is the best heart rune. I leveled it up, maxed it out. I'm just not sure if it's the best thing. Also, the footwear and the legwear, like those two pieces, they're not legendary Frigid Dawn pieces, and it bugs me. I mean, they're 725 and 700. They're not bad pieces. One coconut a week. Yeah, it takes a little time. I mean, if you said you get into Gorgon, if you can, kill some of those bosses in there, even just the first boss, you'll be getting stuff that will allow you to upgrade equipment as well out of that. I forget what it is. Gorgon Eye or something. Right, which you can use instead of the golden coconut. At least that's my understanding. I never got one, so I don't know. I don't know where I'm going. I'm just walking as we wait for the queue, looking for gathering nodes and trouble I can get into. Oh, I did get a new mount fairly recently, which is like a fancy armored lion. You know what I like to do, really? I just can't do it right now because I'm queued up. I'd like to go to the PvP area and gather there. It's a little Gorgon Inductor. There you go. And then also you can get Azoth Inductor. I don't know where you get it. I have like 5 of them, but I forgot how I got them. That allows you to craft, if you level up your crafting, 700 pieces and specify every single perk. So you can have a perfect 700 gear score piece. Which is amazing. Like, I would argue that's better than having 725 from Gorgon. That's not exactly what you need. But yeah, if anybody has any questions about this game, please ask away. Right Family Gaming there in chat is also streaming some really interesting. What's the category for the farming simulator? Is that like a casual? No. There's like a name for them. But anyway, he also plays New World from time to time and plays Farm Simulator 25. Or I guess whatever the latest one is. Which is a lot more involved game than I ever expected, to be honest. I was a little shocked how complex everything in there is. Look at all this. Let's go in there. Let's see. Today, our guild is 12 people online. Not bad. For 9 a.m. on a Saturday. Today, our guild is doing Gorgon and M3s. And in general, this is Saturday's our day when we do like harder PvE content as a guild. And yesterday, for example, on Fridays, we tend to do PvP. So everybody was doing outpost rush, pretty much. You can't queue as a raid, even though it's a 20 versus 20 activity. So what we do is we just create parties of 5 and queue up, which is kind of fun because, like, most of the time somebody will end up on the other side, so you end up like doing things. A way to upgrade non-artifact weapon, no pyramid. That's too fallen. Yeah. Yeah, it has. Oh man, I'm still not 100% sure what it has to be, but I know it has to be. Level requirement has to be over 60. I'm not sure if it's 61 or 65. I know it has to be named. It cannot be just a regular piece. And there are additional requirements for sure, because I do have, or I did have, pieces that were named and were level 65, 60, no, not level, and had a level requirement of 61 or more. I'm losing my voice, but I couldn't upgrade them, so there must be additional, requirements for all that. What am I? Oh, I'm working into Elysian Wilds. I don't know what those are. Like, I don't quite get it. Doesn't seem to be clear instructions on how that works. As far as like, what about stuff that drops off open world mobs versus stuff that drops for you in a dungeon? Like, what's the cutoff there? I don't know. That's a beautiful fucking design. Okay, hold on. 3 out of 5. I'm gonna wait here. Boom. I'm gonna walk on this side so the stuff doesn't aggro in case I get into this mutation. My god, it fucking upsets me. Why do people queue when they're not ready to join? Like 2 out of 5 people there press the button to queue and then what? Like left to make some breakfast? I lost my coffee mug. I don't know where it is. My favorite mug. My kid gave me one for Christmas too, which is awesome. All right, let's do this. Hold on. I'm gonna pump this. I know it's silly, but you never know what kind of guild or group. I'm sorry, what kind of group you're in. See, somebody earlier was asking about teleporting. That dude there had a little charge kind of ability. I don't know, man. Right, there was one on like every holiday pretty much there's a sale. Now this game has been out for 3 or 4 years, so you can pretty much count that every holiday they're gonna have some sort of a special. So I'm not sure what's coming up next here. Oh, somebody just went right off the edge. I don't know if you saw that. These guys are just... See, this is what I don't like about random groups, right? We're doing very well. Like, I'm not losing health. Like, everybody's doing well. But people are getting cocky. Oops. I didn't realize somebody already picked it up. And they start doing silly shit. Like, people start pulling left, right, and center. Nobody pays attention. Like, people stand in stuff they shouldn't be standing on. It just gets so silly. And then people get used to that. Like, see that healer stood in front of the boss and took the... Oh yeah, for sure, man, for sure. So that's a pretty nice system, actually. You have abilities that will provide you with tons. You have and you also have a system where you put gems into your equipment, right? And these gems will have different effects. One of which is significant, providing you or generating significant amount of threat. And on top of that, you have abilities that pair up really well with taunt gems to increase that even further. You have pieces of equipment. I can't stop right now, but like my shield and some of my accessories and stuff increase my threat generation by like 239% or whatever it says. Look at this. Like, they're already pulling shit. We shouldn't be even fighting. It just bugs me. So, like, this is just so stupid. Because we're doing well and nobody's dying, people are getting sillier and sillier. Snow Runner. Farm Simulator 25, 22, New World. Medieval Dynasty, that looks sounds interesting. Like this, like they're half health. Like I understand that your tank is pretty solid, but like try to fucking play the best, you know how still. Just a normal, I'm not sure what you're asking. This is a tier 1, so this is like a slightly harder version of a regular dungeon, what I'm in right now. There is, it's not a raid, it's not the hardest by any means. There are 2 more tiers of difficulty beyond this for every dungeon. So like next tier, tier 2, is when you start seeing like some added complexities. You know what I mean? Like more interesting mechanics on top of mobs having. Yeah, that's exactly. Look at that dude right there. Like he's all the way up there. We're defending this tree here. It's already almost half dead. Like this is ridiculous. Like this shouldn't be happening. I've never failed this, but these, like, ridiculous. Did we fail? Yes, we did. What a bunch of idiots. Is that person gonna say something? Because they haven't even been in the right area all this time. Oh, they're typing a lot of shit. How can you fail this? This is fucking basic. There's nothing going on here. 3 waves of enemies, that's it. Like, everybody just has to stand here and hit stuff. Don't fight a tree. You're a dumbass. There is a point that he's making that will help, but that's not why we failed. We failed because most people weren't even participating. So there are three different styles of shields. One being around, which is like a really small one, usually for like DPS or healing, I would say. Then you have, I don't even remember what the regular shield is like, what it's called. And then you have a tower shield, which is the biggest one, which is this one, which is what I would normally recommend for tanks. That's funny. I love the fact that the healer that is not even close enough, anything like Maple. I don't know what that means either, dude. Maple Story? These guys pull everything in some areas and then just go out of their fucking way to go around a dude that's walking down the path. Like, okay, and then they already pulled that. That the re person did. Don't. It's just so fucking amateur bullshit. This is what how people play when they were run through stuff a couple times. I am the tank, yes. When they run through some stuff and they don't realize how little they contributed, and then they go into random groups and just fucking behave the same way. Like, why is this healer like a foot away from the boss? One stomp, and it's gonna be a problem. Well, yeah, nobody cares in here. I don't watch anime, man. Never did. It was never my thing. There's some select ones that I enjoyed, but I never really found one that really works for me. It's like when I was a kid, there would be like a crowd that would be watching like anime, and then there would be like people that watch like Batman animated show, and that would be more my style. I don't know if that makes sense. The DPS output of this group is so atrociously low. They seem to have the right weapons, unless these are just transmogs. Oh well, I mean, whatever. As long as we finish, let's just get it over with, you know? There's a guy right here to the left. And like nobody's gonna help with this dude? They rather mine and walk by? Sure. It just makes everything more painful for no reason. Like you can't see? Look at this fucking dude. Oh my god. When you go into this water, you start accumulating corruption, which is why it's not recommended. Healers, though. Man, the healer really gets in there. Is it because they don't really have to heal, so they feel like they can be DPSing at close range, apparently? Wild shit. People just get bad habits and then they just lean into them. It's... What is he gonna say? Unstack rare. What? Unstack here? What does that even mean? For fast calm here. Oh, this person thinks they know something that nobody else knows. Of course. Can you play a necromancer in this game? Is what you're asking, I guess. Not that I found. Maybe. I don't know. I never looked into it, to be honest, but I haven't found anything like that. Okay, these guys are pulling a whole bunch of stuff here. It's not great, man. It's not great. Like, the longer we play, the worse they get, because they realize that, like, it's gonna be okay, so I can be silly, you know? I don't like this at all, but, you know, we'll finish it. That's why I like guild groups. Like, you play with your friends, you go on Discord or whatever, in-game voice, doesn't matter. And people just know what to do, nobody's acting dumb, nobody's trying to pull aggro unless they're just trying to be funny. You know, like, people know. If not now, in future. So, like, if you're looking for stuff that is coming, let's say, in the next year, they did release what they refer to as development roadmap. Let's see, what can I remember from there? There is some interesting stuff on the development roadmap, like, for example, guild halls. So there's really great housing system, and they're adding houses, essentially houses for guilds, which is pretty cool. They're gonna introduce, like, currently you can't change the look of your, there's a transmog system and a whole bunch of other stuff, but there is no way really to change the look of your character, like, you know, hairstyle and face and whatever. So they're gonna put in a barber shop that does that. That person died again. Riri. What else? currently you can, as you explore the game and you uncover the settlements, you gain storage in each settlement. Currently, they're all separate. They're gonna combine all that, so you can like, oh shit. You'll be able to like search and pull stuff from any, like they're all gonna be linked is I guess what I'm saying. Man, I don't know what else. That's right, barbershop that does plastic surgery. That's exactly what that's gonna be. Do you see that? I don't, like right now, what's fucking, oh, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. It's a good thing that they burned it down, because I was about to die. That hero just decided to never heal anyone, which is wild in a mutation. Like I realized we're doing pretty. Oh, we almost got gold. Somebody had to respawn. That knocked us down to silver. Yeah, I don't know what I was saying. There's a whole bunch of stuff there on the roadmap that's pretty cool. New dungeons, new raids. There's a lot of stuff on there. New map for Outpost Rush, which is the 20 versus 20 PvP mode. Yeah, exactly, yeah. It's a big fucking mountain of gold. And you like loot it and get like 20. It's pretty hilarious. Let's see if anything in here was 89. I'm at a point where, man, a lot of the stuff is pretty good, but I feel this is amazing. Keen, vicious, and whatever. The frosting is whatever, but nice ice gauntlet, 694 vicious, which is crit damage. Then deadly frost improves one of the skills that you're gonna have. Okay, what's the shield? Let's see, what do we have here? Nothing. Nothing. Nah. Nah. You know what I really would like? Some equipment that gives crafting bonuses. Because that stuff sells for a nice bundle. 691. Leeching Fury. There you go. I was wondering if this Grasping Vines wouldn't be better for my tanking build. Root enemies, and I'm assuming later damage and dots and stuff once you upgrade it. Can I use ice and void? Yes, you can. That's the cool part. Well, I don't have it right now, but I did play a gauntlet build where I had both gauntlets at the same time and just switch between the two, which is pretty cool because it's like you can put a ice pylon, which is like a big AoE with a pylon in the center that damages and slows stuff inside of it. Then you can switch to your ice gauntlet, summon an void blade, which basically looks like the blade from Halo, and just go nuts. There's some pretty cool combinations because you can pair up like anything. Like everything is open, you know. Like I don't have to have a shield and a sword to tank. One of the most effective tanking builds uses a greatsword and no shield. There are a lot of options, which is one of the biggest things that attracts me to this game. It's just nothing is locked in. I'm at 25k, so a bunch of stuff sold. No weapon? What do you mean, no weapon? Great sword. You would have a great sword. If you tank, see like this guy here? He's got a great sword. He's got that small tiny shield, which is just for looks, because unless you have a regular sword, it doesn't do anything. Oh, he does have a regular sword. So he's got a regular sword, shitty little... Oh, this might be a transmog. Little shield. Hold on, let me zoom in. And a big great sword with a PvP stat on it, so it's kind of shit. Although I don't know how to tell what's a transmog and what's not on here. Oh, look at this musket. That looks wild. FPP? Dude, it's too early. You're gonna have to tell me what that stands for. How did I make it up to 25k without selling out of anything? Yeah, I still have 100 things. What's selling the most? Water. This is the wildest thing. Listen to this. You need water for cooking and making dyes and everything. Water, you can just go down to a river, get water. But people are so fucking lazy, they will pay me for water that I put on the auction house. Isn't that crazy? That's insane. So like I'll spend 10 minutes, I'll put like 10,000 pounds of water on the auction house, and look, almost all of it sold. And that's insanity. Who does this? Venison. So I bought this for 7 to 10 cents each. No, 5 to 10 cents each. I'm selling for 77. Here's another water listing. Like it boggles my mind that people buy all that water. And it's free for you to get. It just takes a couple minutes. There's no first person view. If there was, I would be playing dungeons in first person because they're fucking gorgeous. Tarragon, I bought this. I just wanted to get rid of a bunch. I bought it for like 10 to 20 cents, selling it for 24. I just wanted to free up some space. But like this here, I bought it for 5, selling it for 89. Almost everything sold. Basil I purchased for 15 to 20 cents each, selling for 34. Chunk of them sold. These here, oh man, I just resell stuff a lot, is what I'm getting at. A lot. These eggs I bought for like 2 to 5, selling them for 8 to 10. Yeah, just reselling stuff. And I don't know, I didn't show you the housing. Can one play without weapons? Well, depends what you mean. Like, if you're asking if there's like a monk or martial arts kind of class or set, no, not class, there's no classes, martial arts set of abilities, then I would say no. I mean, the closest you get to that would be like gauntlets, but they're like caster weapons. Now, so if you want to do PvE or PvP, no, but look at this dude. Obviously, he wants to be a monk. However, there are plenty of people, even in our guild, who don't, like, who they play this entire game by like gathering, crafting, fishing, playing music, dude. There's a pretty in-depth music system. It's basically like what is that game called? Rock Band. and that's in this game. And you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different instruments. You can play solo, you can play in groups. They provide buffs. You get different bonuses depending on with how many people you play. Fishing, obviously, I already mentioned. You can, harvest, skin, mine, log. There are a lot of things for people to do. I met a person in this game that leveled from 0 to 6 to level cap by doing nothing but fishing, dude, which blew my mind. Blew my mind. Just fishing. Never even picked up a weapon. So there's a whole bunch of different sizes of houses and shapes and whatever that you can buy. I bought this white one here because it's so close to this location here, to this Well of Fortune, which I frequently have to go to at least once a week. Let's go into the house. I don't have too much in there, dude. I didn't spend too much time. So you can put like curtains, you can put everything you want in there. I have a dog. This is what the ultimate luck trophy looks like. I have a little backyard, and depending on which house you get, all these different configurations vary. This is the upper floor. I have a whole bunch of stuff that I did not put into my houses. I have 3 right now, although so I have 2 large houses. I can't get bigger ones, and they're in perfect spots. One is in Brimstone Sands, one is in Cutlass Keys. Perfect. They both have highest tier luck trophies, so that's taken care of. Now I just gotta fix my 3rd house a bit. So the 3rd house is a medium-sized house that I have. I'd like to upgrade it to large, but I think first I'm gonna get the 3rd top tier luck trophy because they're so expensive. They're more expensive than the houses that they sit in, which is wild. So here, oops, no, trophies, other buffs. So this is what I have to get, 45k, man. 45k, it's crazy amount of money to me. So anyway, I gotta make that. I think I'm gonna buy this first, and then I'm gonna start thinking. You can, you can't. Well, you mean like make them larger than they are? No, they are what they are, size-wise and location-wise. So what you can do is you can abandon a house, get portion of your money back, half I think, and then buy a new house. That's the size you want. This is the faction, dude.
I've been studying the ruins, and am working to harness the power of Azoth within them.
Yeah, like well, depends. Let me rephrase that. Depends what server you're on. Majority of servers and the busiest servers in this game are crossplay servers. So like in my guild, we have a pretty even split between Xboxes, PlayStations, and PCs. However, just so we're on the same page, there are platform specific servers out there. So there are Xbox only servers, for example, or PlayStation only servers. I just think it's a horrible fucking idea to be on them. I need to get some of these for transmogs. Yeah, for sure. Like if you play on Xbox, as far as I know, Like, I'm no longer on Xbox, so I can't check this. But as far as I know, if you play on Xbox, by default, they want you to play on an Xbox only server. You can switch that, and it's easy to switch and all that, but you know, these companies are playing games for sure. Now, there, it's so funny when I think about this shit. Large house, 20k. Does assassin get 3 weapons, 2 daggers plus 1, or only 2 weapons? Depends what assassin means to you, man. Like, you can carry 2 weapons and a shield. So there's that. Now, keep in mind, there is no dagger per se. There's a hatchet. There's a rapier, which is kind of cool actually, and a great DPS weapon. You can have a regular sword, which is pretty small. Some of them are pretty small. But technically, there is no dagger in this game. At least not yet. I don't remember if it's on the development roadmap or not.
I've been studying the ruins, and am working to harness the power of Azoth within them.
You know what I want to get? That is stupid expensive. This. Syndicate flag. Isn't this for a mount? Or is this the wrong one that I'm looking at? Yeah, mount attachment. You can get a Syndicate flag and attach it to your mount, but it's $30,000. It's more money than the largest house you can purchase. That is fucking crazy. I want one of these though. Yeah, absolutely they can. I don't know if that's something you would want to do. Like, see my sword? It's pretty tiny. It really looks more like a big fucking dagger than a sword. You know, like that. You look at that, you're not thinking sword. You're thinking, oh, that's a big knife. Um, I don't think there would be much. What the hell is this guy doing? I don't think there would be. What do you call it? A reason to have 2 swords. Simply because they're like you just having 2 weapons with the same ability. Well, you could have different abilities. Like, let me show you. Actually, I didn't think about that. So if you go here, so this will be the sword side. So you have 3 abilities. So technically, you could mix it up a bit. But as far as I know, like the cooldowns would be global. So it's not like you can use up like upheaval, switch it to your second sword, then use upheaval again. I don't think that's how it works. I don't know. I think flail is a pretty cool weapon. I'm just happy it's in this game. See, like, flail has more variety. Like, look at this. You have 6 different flail abilities versus this because they have a shield and sword sort of together. You have less variety in the sword by itself. Hatchet would be cool, I think. Sword and a hatchet could be cool because, like, hatchet allows you some mobility, some ranged abilities. Um, I would probably say I would go hatchet rapier before I would go 2 swords or sword and a hatchet. Rapier is deadly, dude. Deadly. Blunderbuss is kind of funky. Like, it's not. Musket is like the long range, clearly, whereas this is more like short to medium. But it has lots of cool abilities. You can, like, throw grenades. You can do. Oh, look at that. Some of my dice Sold. 152 gold. Thank you. I mean, it actually could make sense in this game because you have musket for long range only. It makes very low sense for short range, but then you can have blunderbuss for short to medium. So you could definitely do a 2-weapon, you know, build. You can do 2 gauntlets for sure. I had 2 gauntlets, that's why they're both leveled up, and it works great. I feel like it works great. You can have 2 staff, you know, healing and fire for DPS. And then you can really mix it up because, like, I'll show you something. For example, the artifact staff I have on here, if you look at inner strength, if your strength attribute is higher than intelligence, which is what you would normally use to level up damage on your fire staff, then replace your base weapon scaling with strength. So then what then that allows you to do like this combo, for example, Inferno Fire Staff and a Great Axe. Because of that perk, they both level their damage off the same stat, which is strength. And there are a number of different weapons in this game that switch stuff like that. Yeah, this is what we looked at before, which is this here. So you have strength, dexterity, intelligence, focus, and constitution. Constitution clearly is your life. Then focus would be like your mana. That's your casting. Intelligence is your like ranged and caster damage. Dexterity and strength. For a tank, it's mostly constitution with some strength. I did have 500 constitution up until I respect here just recently. But like I said, there's some changes I want to make to this tanking build for sure. Oh, you mentioned, hold on, let's look at this. One of you guys mentioned that you don't like the Dark Void plate. So let's see. Armor increased by 20%. So that's huge, man. 20%, huge. Enchanted Ward, okay. Physical Aversion, less damage from ranged physical. And Fortifying Shield Rush, which means nothing to me because I don't use that ability. So essentially out of all this, Enchanted Ward and 20% armor. Now, let's have a peek at the wall shield. You're gonna have to bear with me. Oh, here it is. Okay. Oh, I gain 5% base damage reduction. You cannot dodge, but have 33% more stamina. What's the? I can't see the other perks. I like the first one. I don't care about not dodging. I'm in heavy armor. I can't do shit anyway. I don't know what the other perks are. But it might make sense. Although 20% armor is pretty fucking good. But 5% damage reduction right off the top. Any damage? If it's 5% any damage reduction, any damage type, then yeah, all of a sudden that starts to make a lot of sense, right? Yeah, no worries, man. I have one of these too. Somebody asked something there. What is trade skill? Are you referring to these? So start with the bottom. So you have casual stuff, which is fishing, music, and riding. Riding makes you mount faster. There's a whole bunch of different perks. Music is essentially like cooking, except this is Rock Band inside of this game. Fishing is pretty fucking awesome. I love the fishing system in this game. Then you have gathering, which is logging, mining, tracking, and skinning and harvesting. That's, when you pick stuff up. Then you have refining, which is the stuff you picked, refining it into something usable. So smelting, woodworking, leatherworking, stone cutting, and weaving, which is cloth, right? And then on top of all those, you have crafting, which is taking the stuff that you gathered, refining into the stuff you can use, and then crafting something with it, right? So crafting, you have weaponsmithing, armorsmithing, or armoring, engineering, jewel crafting, arcana, cooking, furnishing. There's a lot in here, man. So I don't have too many maxed. So I have logging is maxed, mining, track is skinning, harvesting I haven't maxed. I maxed out riding because that's a big plus. Leatherworking I have maxed. Almost woodworking, smelting I have maxed, and then stone cutting and weaving not so much. And crafting, I don't think I maxed everything. Oh no, I maxed cooking. There we go. There is an crafting XP. Yeah, man. There's just because there's so much leather everywhere I go, I skin. So it was easy to get enough stuff. Oh, there's somebody from our guild. These green names is our guild. That reminds me, we are voting on a new crest. I need to put that up. Man, there's so much to do. So this is our crest right now, but looks like we're gonna change it. We posted a bunch of different proposals, and I'm about to post a poll where people can choose stuff. The lion is one thing that's gonna be on the vote. Man, I forgot what else is gonna be on there. There's like 7 options that people want on there. Is going guildless good? I would say going guildless in any MMO is not the best choice. It just isn't. Because these games are built around group content. It's really what it comes down to. So you can queue up for a lot of stuff. Like you don't need a guild to, let's say, do dungeons. You can just queue for them. You don't even need a guild to queue for most mutations. You can just queue for them and do it with random people. But your experience, like what you saw when I was running the last mutation here with a random group, your experience is just gonna suck. Like people are just horrible to each other in general. And then on top of that, they tend not to ever fucking listen to anything. And if they think they can get away with something, they will always try it. Every single time. Whereas the experience of doing the same content with the same number of people, but they're people from your guild, assuming it's a decent guild like ours, for example, or Family Gaming has a really decent guild on his server. Like if you're playing with good people, people that you'd like to sort of hang around with, and they also happen to want to do their best when they play. Like it doesn't matter if they're geared to the gills or whether they're, best players ever. That doesn't really matter. But it matters whether they want to do better, whether they don't want to do well. Friendly fire in dungeons? No. There is friendly fire in open world PvP area, only because it works a little different. So you cannot group in the open world PvP area. Everybody just walks in there. You can't see people's names or anything like that, as far as I remember. And so because you're not in a group, everybody's solo. If you place an AoE, it just damages everyone who goes in it, and you can't heal anybody. It's pretty cool. I like it. I like the open world PvP area because it's like it puts another layer of anticipation on top of the PvE content that I really like doing. You know, spices it up a bit. I get my ass kicked in there all the time, but I still like it. When I'm in a PvP area, I pretty much play like a rogue. I just sneak around. So this is the whole map, right? Bottom left here is area called Cutlass Keys, which is probably my favorite area. And then, like, almost half of it here, the very southeast section, this is all PvP, open world PvP. All right, man. Yeah, if you guys want to watch that, check him out. He's a good dude, man. He's a good dude. So you have you have quests in here, landmarks. There's just stuff to do. Once a week, you can go in here and get a golden coconut, which you then use to upgrade some of your equipment. Once a week, there's an epic chest you can pick it gives you like 400 doubloons, which is a currency you spend in this Well of Fortune here, which allows you to purchase chests that give you a chance of getting, a legendary piece of equipment at 725 gear score, which is insane. Or you can just buy a weapon for a little less. It's gonna probably have a PvP stat on it or something, silly. But that's 710. That's a really high rated weapon. And you can buy lesser stuff as well. These honing stones are awesome. Gypsum orbs. They're just options, Listen, guys, I'm gonna have to take a break. I need to do a bio break, and the family's all woken up. They're all eating breakfast. I need to go upstairs and mingle, socialize. Probably make breakfast, make fresh coffee, and just chill out for a bit. But I'll be back. Like, let's not kid each other. There's nothing else I'm gonna be doing all freaking weekend but this. And I'm pretty much only going to be running mutations all weekend. Because, like, I made sure I have all the gems, I have the right amulet. Like, I'm pretty happy with this build. Thanks, man. Thanks, man. I'm gonna voice farming or buying. What does that mean? Your voice farming or buying? I don't know what that means, man. What's voice farming? So either way, I'm gonna stop the stream, do my breakfast socializing / coffee routine. Your choice, farming or buying. Depends what you mean. Like, so for example, I would like to have 3 ultimate luck trophies in my houses. But the amount of grind required to level up all the required crafting professions, like I'm never gonna do that. It's just never gonna happen. Maybe one day I'll have them, but it's not gonna be anytime soon. So instead, what I chose is I essentially do day trading on a trading post. Really. It is what it is. I buy stuff cheap, I resell it at a profit, and that's my way of gaining um, currency to purchase these trophies, for example. Now, when it comes, for example, to frigid dawn pieces on my tank or stuff like that, I'll just grind dungeons. I love running dungeons, and that's what I want to do all the time. So there's no reason to do anything else. Um, yeah, I don't know. Like what I'll depends what like potions I'll make. You know what I mean? Like I leveled up my cooking, I'm good. Like I'm not gonna be buying potions all the time. You know what I do need to grind that I haven't leveled up yet? Jewel crafting. Because every week the rotations for mutations change. So every week you need different gems for mutations. Well, not every week, but pretty much every week. And it gets expensive. Like they're like $100 each on my server. So I want to level up jewel crafting so I can just make them myself. Just like I leveled up cooking so I can make my own food. Let me show you. So I can make my own food and my own potions. Just because like this stuff is expensive, dude. I don't even remember where I have stuff. I never throw stuff out. Or I never used to. This is all my event stuff I get from events. Like these legs are worth between 3 to 500 gold each right now. I'll sell them eventually. I don't need them. Um, just like this food, it's currently selling at the low end around 2 to 3 gold each. At the high end, 10. Look at this is all the furniture I have. Nothing too fancy. Like I have some fancy stuff that's still not in the house, but in general, I'm not gonna spend real money to purchase furniture. Um, Now these are all crafting schematics and musical pages that are doubles once they already learned, and these are ones that I'm keeping, and eventually, when I have space on the auction house, I'll start listing and selling them. I made a ton of money of this stuff. Except I'm like I always have 100 items listed, which is the maximum. So I'm trying to have the best stuff listed that's selling. Just there's a lot of stuff that I have that's just waiting for a spot. Like 10,000 wire weave, that's gonna go. Last question: can I craft skills? Craft skills. Not entirely sure what you mean. I'm gonna say no. Can you create new skills that currently do not exist? No. You can change them in other ways, um, but you cannot create skills that do not exist. You can change them through re-rolling stats, adding perks, changing perks, adding gems, a rune glass. Like there are things that allow you to mold these things into what you want it to be, but no, you cannot create, like just flat out create a new skill that doesn't exist. I can guarantee you, if that was ever a thing, people would abuse it immediately, instantly. So like these fish here, right now they sell for 5 to 30 gold, but if you wait for the right time, you can sell it for 3 times as much. The legendary fish. So I basically just buy them when they go down to the lowest possible amount and then capitalize when they go up. There's the food. So look at all the, see, like I just keep this stuff. I made so much food. I probably have enough food here to last me till this game fucking closes servers. I have attribute foods, so like foods that increase your, dexterity, intelligence, constitution, whatever. Food that increases your score when crafting. There's just so many things. Potions, whatever. I feel like it's fairly important to be able to do that stuff by yourself, you know? Alright, man, you take care. And I'm gonna take a break and I'll be back, guys. I'll watch Right Family Gaming play Farming Simulator for a little bit and then I'll come back and run more mutations. And we can talk about New World. Take care. If I can figure out how to turn